OSP, yempesa wo de won sabeko keke aduane na waje aduane ma na enyan. If you have your evidence, your strategy of every day entering a case and messing the case up, no, you are warned, OSP. It is looking like, say, right now, no, your strategy is assemble dawa quick. Now don't sako cancer mono. Or don't sako cancer na obian tu fan sanka. Now I basa. That has been your hallmark right now. The OSP right now, no, assemble to Ghana. Criminal case beto Ghana. Assemble beto na say yen nyina ni wo so na pese ye hwehwe bu pe na waba na afa ne to. I have control. I am investigating corruption and corruption-related activities. Na akoda na odni control atoso no idea obeso ye wa cracking in moves. OSP. Anything as a West study time the finance minister ebema speech about Cocobod reforms no. Edru baby no oka about the investigations President instructed say omunye no. They did not say the OSP should be in charge of the investigations. The reason is, if you allow the OSP to go into any investigations, remember and know that their investigations will be messed up. And I'm saying this because of the evidence, consistent evidence we have seen. Now, the whole thing is now that OSP destroy cases. In the past, near just the OSP for and to me they serious about cases. So the Nsaka, we know say where they are this sharp edge knife, no, it will take care of business. Right now, no, OSP is blunt. What OSP does is say, OSP say cases. Obeko, obe arrested, obe detainee, adiachia, obe press conference, no akoda. So there are people in the system who even want OSP to invite them than the Ghana Police Service or the NIB or Yoko. So majority of the criminal politicians are Sebio, OSP, majority of the criminal politicians, they want OSP to investigate them. Because when the OSP investigates you, you are rest assured that the case will never come to an end. The case is going to be still, it's going to be another cold case and nothing is going to come out of it. In the West study, majority of criminals or more Ghana, no, they want OSP to investigate them. So study MPP for no boy what they do is they always want the OSP to come after them. Because if it is the OSP, you are, hallelujah, there's no way you're going to be prosecuted or jailed. And we have seen it for years. So we are begging you, OSP, stay away from cases. We beg you. Allow cases, let Yoko, let NIA, National Investigative Bureau, let the NS, let credible institutions, the CID office, let them handle cases. Stay away. Kissi Agyebeng, stop touching cases in Ghana. When you touch cases, you say, Chesi ano don't start to jollof mu ana say, or don't start to ebunebunu mu ana say, or don't start to otwin binin kwan mu ana say, or don't start to apine kwan mu ana say, or don't start to Friday. Just say case bi ado sabe ke bi ana say, we beg you, take salary and stay home. Allow us to handle our own cases. Because it looks like criminal politicians, criminal businessmen, people in Ghana who are committing crimes, they always want you to come into their cases because they know. So what do tuma ebe say, and that is your credibility and your trademark now. The special prosecutor right now, the trademark, the resume, the terminal report, and they say, or the nsatu eduani mu ebe say, or the nsaka case be ebe say. Every high-profile case, Kissi Agyebeng, the office of the special prosecutor, Eddie Omonsa Kembiano, as I speak to you today, sa case na say, case beina, Kissi Agyebeng and Saka, we can say, case we dear, or then Saka and Abing, no. Case bang, and Sebi Obeka say, we dear, Kissi Agyebeng and Saka, or then Saka, no, case we dear, a jaso ejinaso, a bini ho. Being boasting of one case. Why? It is because we have got to the point where we know that special prosecutor is not ready to work. The special prosecutor at this point is not prosecuting. The special prosecutor, his office has become a safe haven for criminals to go and lodge. That is what we are seeing now, and that is what is prevailing. And it is so shocking, sir. Today, 90% of Ghanaians, Omuti OSP say or court, where people now get pissed off when they hear the OSP going to court. It shouldn't be like that. We should be excited when we hear say the special prosecutor is going to court, is preparing to prosecute. Now, and the Ghana of what is the OSP court pay na omabemebu. They get angry, or because they know that the outcome is going to be a messed up case. It is going to be press conference. It is going to be Sami Ayadakon fooling himself on social media, on Facebook, using OSP's account to fool himself. That is how low the OSP office has become. Sami Ayadakon has turned it into his personal banter platform, whereby the special prosecutor's office are not your revere and respect and know and believe. Say when they take up cases, at the end of the day, we will get some results. You know, the OSP's office has become a haven, a safe haven for criminals. Intended. Kronphobia or Ghana Bia or Pebe Bia to Tebia OSP office. So go there and see, check the profile and check the dockets. Every criminal, every political criminal, every hardened criminal in Ghana, we know that these people are supposed to be standing trial. Docket OSP. That is a safe haven. The moment your docket enters there, and I will not be surprised. I don't have facts to this. I don't have facts to this, but I will not be surprised that people find ways to pay their way to be arrested by the OSP. I don't have evidence to it. I cannot confirm this. I am just speculating that I will not be surprised, say, at a point, some politicians who are smart will find a way to get their case to the OSP. If not directly, indirectly, so that they will be picked up. So, say, after that, they will get that protection. Because the moment case OSP or no, the OSP does not have to come and negotiate with you. The OSP doesn't have to take money from you. What happens is that the moment your case enters the OSP's office, they are going to mess it up. For some reason, they are able to mess case up without case. It is so easy for Kissi Agyebeng to finish. But Kissi Agyebeng to me, shada. On Jessica Obia ho, Obian bribe no, or no Obian koye connection biao, or to me na on one casano. Ne crack catches them, I mean, say case, no. I just say, Kissi Agyebeng say, Kissi Agyebeng will be for. Like, you don't see him taking money from anybody. You will never see him go negotiate with anybody. You will not see say akwaje bribe, which you have no evidence to. Case ni bedin wa sa ne kra. I just say okoda na ne kra catches the kwase no. Into adane na say, eye prosecution mu na say. Se ano ebeka nsa se honhom bi atini mu o se eye beyo na catch and say no otumi share na wase no otumi share cho report na wase no ono onje bribe onje obi asika ono obi negotiate here ne sunsun to catch say case we na Ghana for move otumi share say case prosecutor mu na say otumi cho report or say this statement let me put it this way so that it will spoil and say o interest bia wo or say no bu ababu ofu keke just say, oh yeah, prosecutors mu na say. And sometimes I ask him, are you not tired, OSP? Don't you get tired? Don't you get tired when people don't like you? Don't you get angry? Why don't you get pissed off when people don't like your work? Leave the office for them, eh? So when you are a lawyer, you have your certification. You are a good lawyer. You don't like the peace. Because if you don't do this job, you go back and you know you live well. Just leave the job and let somebody come take it. Because I just say, oh crap, I just say why your prosecutors mu na say, oh they all say nyoma. And sometimes you know, oh tweet now I know I say, just say ye Jimmy Amano. Prosecutor mu na say, oh tweet that now I will say, hey. Have you finished the report? I'm saying yes, sir, we are finished. Also bring it. On you obiasiko, on you obianye deals bia, on je bribe bia, or share report now. Change this statement. Ghanaians cry foolish Ghanaians. Now I say case no. Ogodru quarter, judge the case there or read else. But you know you cannot put this here. Also, they give us 3 weeks. What you say? I say, special prosecutor say, akrakara me no call you know. Say, dear you, me nim dear you know. Here I didn't go for. Just say, you think about this sometimes, you're like, what the heck is going on? It's everything okay with this, my guy? Are you okay? OSP just said he was investigating NPP vote buying. What's he saying? Or to me, Oshada. Or say, be you, say, dear, me steady, I mean, I grow for Monko OSP, I'm going to mano. Mona money political empire bo. Or see or investigate MPP for vote buying. And what was he saying? Enya mo so china we say I'm investigating Kevin Taylor the team wefu also ko unity OSP beye. Odo onje bribe omo onje sika but ne tell say ne ho bi I dey say me who say be Ori apan cha o dani be for because apan bat apan di 45 years a dani be ye no motu unim sa OSP so ni favorite meat e apan enti apan ya abo bi a bat no o wia na ukọ wi apan a wedi 45 years a ade be chine dani be for na be hye omu enti OSP apan na wa apan na dani be ye woni mu because ono a just I say otete e ne de ja ye dwuma no ne amfama obi oselalai Kissi Agyebeng, Accra Academy old student, Munko meeting na mon freno. Bulare, Coleman, Muamuya Accra Academy for mon friend, Munko me old student meeting na mon freno. Na mon faningina Asamoah Park, no say Adeng. A pine and done the before or say cases. Majority of the cases OSP has touched, they are already being investigated. 99% of the cases are at that OSP office say, I am investigating, I am prosecuting, Nina have been investigated already. So he's basically sitting there. Now say no. Prosecutors will not say, Obdin Saka say. A chair won't be a jollof so didn't say 2 man say. Say now oh Tamania will know and tafu. So a tama meal said you. Yes, in tafu my member and I say. I'm kind oh no. Now let's look at this. This is one story I am very, very interesting. Oria Pine Rov, OSP. Okona apine kutana. Okona ukuta apine. Ono so apine chi. Kissi Agyebeng. O so apine chi no aka otumi ka apine bo. Kissi Agyebeng anajo e Batman. I read it, I go for. Me say Ugo to Kissi Agyebeng na ori apine fufu a os nensa se o so apine chi unima apine but na odene se esi bat ha ukola se o ka bat ko o che vampire o to be ka apine kon pa na tina moja insuo ne enkwan ne gunit just say anajo be 12 na nani aso no adane bat no ne nam obeko no si bola so wo eya Accra Academy na Accra Academy for bola so no si Kissi Agyebeng Kissi Agyebeng je adwuma ne urade Kissi Agyebeng me so ko no te aban enyo na kan so owi apan fufu ukwo no te apan fufu hu busa bolare mu busa mo o te apan fufu ne say odisi apan echi apan echi adi odufo na me do janjan hine ma say me chi na me do he ukwo kuta apan mu otu tam apan free kwan time fufu so na wa hwe apan ne ha into Kissi Agyebeng or your prosecutor move by vampire or so apan ne ha ahana say omo dan kwan mu na enkwan ne ko mu a apan ne nkwan ne form num ene omoto into dodo ne form num nti ahana nkwan ne gina na akona Kissi Agyebeng wa so apan mu na onka apan to onka apan yem na oka apan kon ho a otumi ka no ateta na nkwan na pete akwa wentumi nchi obi a Ghana erade Maminu bibingu so Kissi Agyebeng apukai story way very important Ato Boateng story way and finance ministry Ghana signs debt restructuring agreement with Belgium Ekana Bawumia and MPP for Ebogu hono in the name of debt restructuring omodi ekoshe IMF tiase no omone aman bebrane e de omoka etnase ema omoka kire omo se ka na e de omo no omba betua MPP ena omodi yeti ko hye eye different ekase it is what study NDC ba powered Mr. P pull that document for me NDC ba powered through the finance ministry President Kachere say Omwana yene omowo insawoso intwaka anase agreement eka agreement bia no Jo Mahama hye Ato Boateng se woni sa mama ni nyina nhia na momonti ase se senia Bawumia mo edi sika omonde yesiketi be hye eye eka ase no a omon nsem ka agreement omno komo na enye no aban we bae no wasane sa abrofo ni nyina enkronkro nyina etena se unia aka we krampo no na ensiwo na ye 80% eni senka ye sa na nsiwo no nanka say 4% intesi na aban we bae no the NDC aban and say amman bia Dr. Baumia oforiatamo ene ye kodi insawoso ede etiko hye ekam sebio enye ekakeke eye sebio agreement ene omokoye no eka no nsi ho no esoso no NDC aban bae no omasane sa amman ni nyina tenatena se tetetete insi ho no so inti obi o ha bon se amman wei na ede omoka na adekudie nti a eka no abekese ne se eka ekobo yankasa no ana besia ne ye bia 2 billion and so behwem no na 2 billion no ehun si ho no bia 40% and 60%. Inti even though Ghana nke beje sika 2 billion no but insi ho na esi ho na eso nti ama eka no meneye eno na Jomahama ama Ato Forsen edi hudwuma inti se west study a aman bebre wo ho a eye Ato Forsen ni o matena se asa renegotiate eka na ye di om no sene ye betua ma sebio ye ho be henhan ye ntem ebi ene oman a ye friend Belgium and the men ka say Ato Forsen efre Belgium for emomo bae ena onyom ka said sebio eka ankwasiafo no ne motena ase a omobogu Ghana for so sebio principal no eye eka nankasa na ensiho no sede eso chen eka no Ato Forsen asa ne Belgium atena ase asa ka say eka ne de eda ho na ensiho na disiho no ene tire yentumi ntua enti say ensiho no ye oha enchichemu eduasa monte so embra oha enchichemu edien mienu ana miensa na yentumi entua ka ne ntua ensiho no eno ena Ato Forsen ya ende when we say Ghana yeka ehun sensem no eba form nti don't underestimate this kind of strategy by a government. Ghana sika sama ejina ne naso ye no, it is not about talko purely being government being prudent. And I heard Dr. Siama, the Bank of Ghana governor, saying, he say, sa stable economy na mahu no, sa stable currency na mahu no, enye se kasa kwa prudent measures. Nipa bi na atena se akasa, okay, this is the strategy. Eka MPP beto yeso no, eka no yentumi ye team film. Na yebetuma ye hu bibi, de yebetuma ye ne se, wo se sa eka no, ye ne omo ye de omo ka ne tena se, insi ho no, wo so omo teso. Every say oforiata ene ba omiamo sensan krata bia na insi ho na ewo ho no na nyansa nim. Inti the Bank of Ghana any finance ministry mu ne aban we ye ne say sa enkwasiaka bia ye tuatua insi ho bia mfaso ni so a ede Ghana kwasha ahokyire mu a sebi onipa bi nya ho mfaso no and the Ghana aban na start ne abrofo ne tenase esa ehwe eka na eda yeso no a kyerɛkyerɛ ma kyerɛ mo say ye de woka $400 million na mom oforiata ne ba omia negotiation amone omko ya na insi ho no ye ohankyekemu eduasa eduowotwe de ohankyekemu eduonkron no ye ntumi ntua every say insi ho no nkwampo no ye hwe abosom miensa ne bosom nan no ana mfie baako ana mienu no saa insi ho no abedoso kra kya eka nankasa intimonte insi ho no so and then they found a debt restructuring. Inti NDC are buying, led by Ato Forsen, they are restructuring our debt. Inti nka omaibu anka osi etuan ebia 2 billion a year, and we are paying sa or minus 500 million because of the restructuring of the interest and the debt itself. Sometimes negotiations it affects their principal and their interest into Ato Forsen betuma akọ. No aka chem so ni bibi. Yenko fu anom wo yo magimi. Ebia mo bo besia $2 million free mu ho. And I'm with insi ho ohankyekemu eduasa. Ye hu ni se ye hwe besia ne kran kasankasa sebio ehu dwumadi edikodi no enso 2 million no anase 2 million no kran esua. Enti sa de principal no eka nankasa kran na so woteso. Every say sa ohwehwe a emra ye bebo sa aka no na ewiase ananyoma bia na ekoso ye ne mo mmenkata wudie mu nyoma bia yeso ya amamo no sa 2 billion or some teso ba 1.5 billion. Ye na fei ehunsi hu no eno so so. That is what we call restructuring, negotiating, restructuring your debts. And that is what this government is doing. And that is what this government is doing. Until you need to understand, say, on minor are stable, currency na stable, finances, investor confidence, and the ultimate story etu kwankwa broche ko fanyoma free Ghana and Kwambra na dollar baby it is because people are being prudent, people are being proactive, people are looking at the pros and cons, making sure the negotiations and talks they are talking on it is yielding results. Anytime you are seeing stuff like that, anytime Belgium will come and say, let us restructure a car. And if the government of the day led by John Mahama, the Bank of Ghana governor, Ato Forsen, and the people involved are if they are able to sit and restructure things, Yemienu ena ye ho be hinhaye. Yemienu ena oman mu be ye de. Yemienu ena ye sika sembe kosro. Yemienu ena yemfa de loan embe taye so. Yemienu ena yemfa taxes embe pay so. And these are things say obi ba ana party biba na omo chichire man. These are the small things but very important. They are detailed stuff you should not overlook. In this study, Mrs. Ato Boateng and this about power no. There's been lots and lots of debt restructuring. Ghana achieves critical milestone in debt restructuring process. Now, when you go ahead and read the stories, Uba will say there's a lot of nyoma. Mr. P, this is the first one. Okay, me team this for first one in Chemo. We need to always show you the facts. Ebema in Komono are very easy. So they said min Chemo, how it started, how this government through the finance ministry they started restructuring and how it has helped the building of this country. Now, team, one, two. I'm still waiting to see the story. There's a story. Intuition story we are. Thank you very much, Mr. P. Your story where you see it clearly. Ghana achieves critical milestone in debt restructuring process. We're 2025. It is who read this story now. That's what it says. Ghana has reached a significant breakthrough in its debt restructuring efforts, with all 25 participating creditor countries signing a memorandum of understanding, that's the MOU, marking a critical step towards the nation's economic recovery. In 2025, and Ato Boateng, Efre in Kronkwa 25 Ghana diomoka, and Okase Yademoka, Oforiata, Beomiamo, and a number side contract, Ebeji Besia, in Simono Soso, Sesiano, Abai for Fraba, Yapesia and Mutnas, near Sasha Canibim. 2025 and NDC are through the finance minister side where January 29 2025 and omoma sa amount 25 now this is what happened. Finance Minister Dr. Kissi Agyebeng announced the development during a media briefing, describing it as a key achievement in Ghana's journey towards debt sustainability under its International Monetary Fund program. So we study IMF MPP die ko shemu na eka ye in kronkro 25 yentumi an fix sa eka no eka ho bi ne ko IMF program na say na e wo se ko gi sika free IMF for and the NDC ba power in January no and na omo free nipa 25 amount 25 ni nya and omo no tena se and omo ka say adikudie ntia ye ko IMF here because mo ane de mo ka MPP tesodo na omo bomb obesia omo ntua insiwono so because kenoforiata ba omiamo benya sopie dinti na omo ma insiwono ya kese ye pese sa ne mo tenase nti Ato Boateng ne omo tenase no omo nyina agi atum na onim de efe ne say after January 2025 ono omo di sa adwuma no still even some of the countries Ato Boateng and the NDC government they are still talking to them again to come down, bring down their interest on the debts into restructuring. After restructuring, they are still doing restructuring. Debt restructuring here in January. They are still picking some countries up and doing debt restructuring with them. So these are things President Anna Abaya Omunim Nyansane Abaya Omajimino, they cannot do anything like this. Do you understand? So Abaya Jimia. It is because the government knows what it's doing. All right, thank you. So it means the government knows what it's doing. This is normal way na abaya enimnyansan eya etumima oman timamufo no ye ho toye etumi sisa nyoma etumi ma aban no enitina for almost 2 years until say NDC aban akwa abontene akobo besia. Now if the NDC government is able to resource Ghana for, is able to make Ghanaians financially independent, meaning so aban to me create opportunities with fear. Now investors or more fear, local investors, Ghana for are able to make money out of what they do in Ghana. The government will end up borrowing from within. That means there will be lots and lots of people who will be buying a lot of bonds. There will be lots and lots of people who will be investing in government infrastructure, government businesses. There will be lots of Ghanaians who will be keeping their money in Ghana. Until what happens is that instead of the government to go out there and go take a loan and be paying so much interest, it will be better for the government to borrow from Ghanaians and pay less interest with less casualty with it. Send a bit too much chimano. And it's na Cocoa, yati Cocoa boaso ewo ewiase. And it's na MPP for Gina NDC for some monkobo besia. Na mumbetia Cocoa kuyafoka. And it's na NDC for kacha dabi yenjimi. Because what you are telling us to do is basically dig the hole further. Mo pese ye tu amena no samani kom. Because ye kwa bontene ko bobesia na ye betua kokko kuafo ne na sa besia ne dawa e wo se sa ba yiri kokko kuafo no kon na sa de tax beto om so se ye kwa kotua sa eka no enti John Mahama Bani ka say dabi, we are not going to go out there, but what we are going to do is say we are going to put reforms together to make sure say yes isi kokko kuani no, even though sikana na all epe no onya because of world market no, but enya de ebesisi no uko ebibremu ha, there is no country amutia cocoa ekuafo ana cocoa bag chen Ghana. So the government stayed there. Intusha abanity cocoa bonus 28% pe and Oko Ivory Coast ya so 57%. It shows say the government knew what it was doing. Into the MP before you say they wanted to push the government to make mistakes. They wanted to push the government to go and borrow without thinking. They wanted to put the government in that position that they have been in because they know they borrowed carelessly. And because they borrowed carelessly, they want to find a strategy to suppress the government, use cocoa farmers, not by force, no abana kwa bontina ko bobesia. But John Mahama na enye no start boom mine. Ato for Semo, any Bank of Ghana leaders, no, omu nyankwasi what is the MPP for. They told Ghana for say, yawe kwa bobesia, edi okabe to Ghana for so de. Yeni cocoa kuafo be kasa momati asie se. And you couldn't say payday, the idea mamono esoche munianum, and that is why we are here today. And the NDC government for almost 2 years, close to 2 years, and now a year and 6 months, they have not gone out there to borrow. But I would prefer that the government of the day will resource more Ghanaians. The government of the day will make Ghanaian investors more financially independent. The government of the day will make sure sika kamainim nipana etimno sika bayensem send ye beya the nipano omote Ghana betuma invest sika no Ghana. Omote invest sika no Ghana. They can invest some in government through treasury bills. They can invest some in government through different government agencies. They can also build by investing in different blocks. Ebasana abano betumi abobesia wo fie. Sa abano besia wo fie a insiwono e wo fom. By abano tam Ghana de kwa brochire ko bobesia insiwono be meneye, and that is what John Mahama never wants to do. And intina you see this kind of development. Inti the NDC abano omunim nyansa. The NDC abano, they are protecting you, they are saving you. They don't want to put any burden on you. There's a lot to be done. There's a lot of room to cover. Inti MPP for no. So who say omuye dede o koko kuafo munye dede koko kuafo munkasa munye demonstration. The omo person omuye ne say omo person omo de pressure beto aban ne so. Na omo ka say oh koko kuafo ye ntu omo sika ni nyina nti ye beto eti aban no na aban ne de ahopepre. Na aban no e de ahokeka na wakwa abontina akobọ besia de ka beto ye so abeto koko kuafo ne so. Because remember koko fo kuafo asem we bai. Senka ban kwa bontri ko bo besia anka light utua ne nka betua 3 times because wona wo so utua saka no anka unsio bill the utua de sia na so utua 3 times because eye wonti na ban ko bo saka no hwana nkotua eye wukoko kuani no sa eye sika na anka ban besia na okobo no anka sa sika no ode ba e wo se e fa kwan bi so na agifri Ghana fo na John Mahama one bo ka no one bo besia no obo betua kokofuo ka into a Bobby Sana beto go for Kawantia, and ya ni koko for into John Mahama Peso do be able to sa situation muno. On Pese Obama Ghana for Breno, or say we will find a way to solve the problem. In the end, who's to force air renegotiate a data. It is because of who interest in tea and our buying ASA.